They arrived in London on a gray, silent Tuesday morning. The kind of morning where the sky feels heavy and every cloud looks like it's carrying a secret. For Anna and Raphael, it was the first chapter of a story they weren't sure how to write. They stepped off the plane with 2 old suitcases, worn-out trainers, and a courage that didn't match the size of their bank account. Their entire savings amounted to £420, tucked inside an envelope hidden between clothes in Anna's bag. As they walked through Heathrow Airport, everything felt too fast. People moved with purpose, eyes ahead, footsteps echoing, not stopping for anyone. The announcements on the speakers sounded like coded messages in a language they didn't know. English, real English, was much harder than the phrases they had memorized back home. Anna touched Raphael's arm. "Rafa, are we crazy for doing this?" she whispered, her voice trembling. Rafa squeezed her hand and forced a smile. Not a smile of certainty, but one built out of faith. "No," he said softly, "we're just starting again." Outside, the cold London air hit them like a slap. The wind seeped through their clothes, freezing their bones. They didn't have proper jackets yet. They didn't have proper anything. They dragged their suitcases to the train station, trying to follow the signs, even though none of them made sense. Paddington, Piccadilly Line, National Rail. Everything sounded like a puzzle, but they kept moving because stopping wasn't an option. The room they had rented online looked nothing like the photos. The house smelled of mold. The carpets were stained. The window let in more cold than light. The walls were thin. You could hear every whisper, every argument, every footstep of the other tenants. Anna sat on the bed, more like a thin mattress over squeaky metal, and for the first time, doubt hit her like a wave. "What if we made a mistake?" she asked, her eyes filling with tears. Raphael sat beside her and pulled her close. "We didn't come here for comfort," he whispered. "We came for a chance." That night, they didn't sleep. The sirens outside wailed all night long, something they weren't used to. The heater barely worked. They wore their jackets, shoes, and socks to bed, trying to stay warm. But in the quiet darkness, something happened. Something small but powerful. Hope. Anna whispered, "Tomorrow, everything begins." And Raphael responded, "Tomorrow, we fight." They didn't know it yet, but tomorrow would indeed change everything. Their first job, their first yes, their first step toward a life they didn't yet dare to imagine. But for now, they held on to each other as the cold wind howled outside, and they repeated the same silent promise. "We will not give up. Not here, not now, not ever." Anna woke up before sunrise the next day. Her eyes were swollen, her back hurt from the thin mattress, and her stomach growled in hunger. They had eaten only bread and tea the night before to save money, but she didn't complain. She knew this was part of the price. She opened her phone and browsed cleaning job ads. Each ad was written in English she barely understood, but she recognized a few words: cleaner, urgent, pound, start today. One ad stood out. Cleaner needed, immediate start, £10 per hour. Her heart started racing. She typed the message slowly, with Google Translate open on another tab. "Hello, I can clean. I am available today." 2 minutes later, "Come now." Anna froze for a moment. Now? Right now? She didn't even have proper shoes. But opportunities don't wait. She put on her most presentable clothes, even though they were old, and ran to the closest bus stop. The cold morning air bit her cheeks. Fog covered the streets. But Anna kept walking, praying silently for strength. When she arrived at the house, a British woman opened the door. She wasn't rude, but she wasn't friendly either. She looked at Anna with suspicion, as if trying to decide whether she could trust her. "You clean?" she asked. Anna nodded. "Yes, I clean." The woman stepped aside without another word. The house was huge. 5 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, floors that sparkled when the light hit them. Anna had never cleaned a house that big in Brazil. But she didn't hesitate. She started immediately. She scrubbed the floors. She washed the dishes. She wiped every surface. She changed bed linens. She cleaned 2 toilets that looked like they hadn't been touched in weeks. 4 hours passed. No break, no water, no food. Her feet throbbed. Her hands shook. Sweat dripped down her back. But she continued because she knew what was at stake. When she finally finished, the woman handed her 40 pounds. The money felt heavy in her hands, not because of its weight, but because of its meaning. Anna walked out of the house and sat on the bus bench. When she opened her hand and looked at the money again, tears fell silently. Not tears of sadness, but of relief. Back home, Raphael hugged her as if she had brought home a fortune. That night, he said, "Tomorrow, I go find work too. If you did it, I can too." And he did. Within a week, he got a job cleaning offices at night. He would leave home at 6 p.m. and return at 3 a.m., his hands smelling of detergent, his clothes damp with sweat. Their life became a rhythm. Wake up, Anna cleans houses, Rafa cleans offices, eat the cheapest food they can find, walk long distances to save on bus fares, sleep for a few hours, start again. Their shoes wore out quickly. The soles peeled off. Raphael glued his twice. Anna stitched hers with fishing line. They laughed about it sometimes, even though it wasn't funny. They saved every pound. They didn't buy coffee. They didn't buy clothes. They didn't eat out. They didn't take days off. They didn't go out for fun. Every extra expense felt like a betrayal of their dreams. And slowly, the metal box under their bed got heavier. 15 pounds, 47 pounds, 89 pounds, 137 pounds, 200 pounds, 350 pounds, 700 pounds, 1,000 pounds, 1,700 pounds, 2,400 pounds, 3,600 pounds. Anna wrote down everything in a notebook. She kept track of every pound earned, every pound saved, every pound spent. It became almost obsessive, but it was their way of keeping hope alive. One night, while eating a simple dinner of pasta with tomato sauce, Anna asked quietly, "Rafa, do you think we'll ever buy a house here? Like, for real?" Raphael wiped his mouth and looked at her. "I don't know how long it will take," he said honestly. "But I know one thing. We've started with nothing before, and we made it. We can do it again." That sentence became their fuel. Months passed, then a year, then 2. Their English improved, their client list grew. They learned the best products, the best techniques, the fastest routines. Clients recommended them. Anna became known for her care. Raphael for his speed. Cleaning houses and toilets was no longer humiliation for them. It was their stepping stone, their bridge, their foundation. Every day hurt. Every day demanded more, but every day mattered. And without realizing it, they were getting closer than they thought. 2 years after arriving in the UK, Anna sat on the floor of the tiny room they shared and opened the metal box that had become the symbol of their sacrifice. The cold metal felt heavier than usual, as if it carried not just money, but the weight of every early morning, every painful step, every tear they had hidden from each other. She looked at Raphael. "Are you ready?" she whispered. He nodded slowly, almost afraid of what the total might reveal. Anna took a deep breath and began counting. Pound by pound, envelope by envelope, note by note. They had counted this money hundreds of times before, but this time felt different. The air was thicker, the silence louder, the stakes higher. Anna's hands trembled as she whispered the final number. "Rafa, it's 18,500 pounds. She didn't scream, she didn't jump, she didn't celebrate. She froze. For a moment, she simply stared at the money in disbelief, as if her brain needed time to accept that this was real. Tears began forming slowly, silently, filling her eyes until everything around her blurred. Raphael sat beside her, stunned. His breathing became uneven. His chest rose and fell quickly. "Anna, we really did this," he murmured. She nodded, covering her mouth with both hands as tears finally spilled down her cheeks. I thought maybe we were dreaming too big, but we did it, Rafa. We actually did it." Raphael pulled her into his arms, holding her as tightly as he could. He didn't speak at first. He simply breathed with her, 2 hearts beating in rhythm, 2 lives intertwined by hardship, hope, and relentless faith. And then he said something that stayed with her forever. "We didn't come this far to stay small. We came to grow, Anna, and this is just the beginning." That night, they didn't sleep. They lay on the mattress, holding hands, staring at the cracked ceiling of their shared room. They talked about everything, their fears, their dreams, the future, the past they left behind. It felt like the first time they allowed themselves to imagine a life beyond survival. The next morning, Anna woke up before sunrise. She looked at the metal box and felt something she hadn't felt since arriving in the UK. Freedom. Not financial freedom, but the freedom to dream. They began the house hunt the very next week. Their first viewing was a disappointment. The house looked nice in the photos, but in person it smelled of damp. The walls were peeling, and the neighborhood didn't feel safe. The estate agent tried to convince them with phrases like "lovely potential" and "just needs a bit of TLC." But Anna and Raphael weren't naive. They moved on. The second house was too expensive. The third one was too small. The fourth one, they fell in love instantly. It was a tiny 2-bedroom terraced house on a quiet street with a small garden that looked abandoned but full of possibilities. The windows were old, the paint was fading, and the kitchen needed work, but none of that mattered. Anna walked through the front door and felt it. Warmth, peace, a sense of belonging. She touched the living room wall gently, almost caressing it. "Rafa, this feels like home," she whispered. He smiled, watching her eyes shine. "It does," he replied. "It really does." The estate agent glanced at them. "Shall I start the paperwork for your offer?" Their hearts raced. This was it. This was the moment. Raphael looked at Anna and nodded. "Yes," he said, "please start it." Followed was the longest 3 weeks of their lives. Every morning, Anna checked her email before brushing her teeth. Every afternoon, Raphael refreshed his phone repeatedly during his cleaning breaks. Every night, they sat together at the edge of their mattress, whispering hopes and fears. What if we're not approved? What if they ask for more money? What if the owner chooses someone else? What if all this sacrifice wasn't enough? They prayed. They lit candles. They spoke words of encouragement to each other even when they didn't fully believe them. And then, one afternoon, Anna received a call. She stared at the screen. Her hands shook. Her heart pounded so loud she could hear it in her ears. "It's the estate agent," she whispered to Raphael. He grabbed her hand. "Answer it," he urged. Anna took a deep breath and pressed the green button. "Hello, Anna. How are you?" the agent asked in a cheerful voice, a good sign, she hoped. Anna swallowed hard. "I'm fine. Do you have news for us?" There was a pause, a long, agonizing pause, and then, "Congratulations, your mortgage has been approved. The house is officially yours." Anna didn't speak. She couldn't. Her mouth opened, but no sound came out. Her body froze. Raphael looked at her, panicking. Anna, what happened? Tell me." She finally whispered, "Rafa, we got it. We got the house." He stared at her, stunned. No way. Anna, are you serious?" She nodded, tears streaming down her face. Raphael fell to his knees, overwhelmed. He covered his face with both hands and cried, not from pain this time, but from relief, from gratitude, from the realization that every sacrifice had finally led them somewhere. They held each other on the floor, shaking, crying, laughing, whispering prayers and thank yous and promises for the future. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months. They bought their first sofa, their first dining table, their first TV, their first set of pots and pans. Raphael built a small shelf by hand, even though it wasn't perfectly straight. Anna planted flowers in the garden, something she had dreamed of since childhood. Every tiny change felt monumental. Every new purchase felt like a trophy. Every morning in that house felt like a blessing. Sometimes Anna would stop in the hallway, touch the wall, and whisper, "Thank you, God. Thank you for not letting me give up." And Raphael, passing by with cleaning supplies for work, would smile and say, "We're just beginning, Anna. This is only our first chapter." They weren't rich, they weren't perfect, but they had something priceless. A life built with their own hands, a home built with their own sacrifice, a future built with unshakable faith. If this story touched you, if you felt Anna and Raphael's footsteps in your own journey, if you know what it means to start over, then this is the moment to join us. Comment below, "I won't give up." Your words may inspire someone who needs it today. Like this video so YouTube shows it to more people who feel alone in their struggle. Subscribe now to support this channel so we can bring more real immigrant stories, stories of courage, sacrifice, and victory. Your engagement might be the reason someone out there finds hope again.